Yo, what is up, my ninjas? What is up? Hi, what's going on? Press on. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hit the thumbs up if you'd be so kind. I don't know if you can hear me okay. I hope so. What's happening? Joseph, JC. Good. How's everyone doing? Well, what up, Luce? What's up, Mama Bear? Fast landing, what's up? I did not get my flashlight back. They impounded it for evidence. I'm watching the road, man. I'm stuck in traffic. I'm in a parking lot. I just met up with J-Town Press here in Wesley Chapel, Florida. Thank you, Tiffany. I love you too. My phone. No, I got my phone and my body cam. Where do I start? Where do I finish? Where do I begin? Where do I end? So, if you didn't watch my live stream last night, Tampa Police Department announced an event on their Facebook page. So, obviously, checkpoints violate the Fourth Amendment because you're searching and seizing people who haven't done anything wrong. They're just simply going from point A to point B. Why'd they shut off my body cam? Because they don't want their actions recorded. Thank you, Jerry. Man, I'm still a little discombobulated from last night. I didn't get home till 7:30 in the morning. So Tampa Police Department, holy crap, dude. Thank you so much, bro. Thanks for all you do. Can't say enough. I was calling Tampa District 3 to let them know what I think. Bless you, man. I appreciate that more than anything. And again, if it wasn't for people like you, I would still be the fat smartass from the 90s who was a conspiracy theorist who would tell people things and they would say things like, if that were true, it'd be on TV every day, blah, blah, blah. And the whole reason I got in this movement is I was just telling Lana from J-Town Press while I was eating my jerk chicken wings. I started with the IRS. There she is right there. And her honey badger Jeep. Her and I are about to go play pool. Anyway, I started with the IRS. I started reading a book called The Federal Mafia by Irwin Schiff. I was in community college, and instead of doing my homework and my classwork, yes, I jerked off some chicken wings, dude. You got a problem? Anyway, I'm reading this book, and it turns out, and this is true, and I don't care who says it's not true, but there's no law that says you got to pay income tax, which I found absolutely shocking. And I'm reading, and Irwin Schiff, a patriot, wrote this book because he did the research, and nowhere in Title 26 does it say Americans living and working, thank you, Brandon, living and working within the United States have to pay a tax on their labor. As a matter of fact, Section 861 of Title 26 says it's people who live in America but make their income outside of America, people outside of America who make their money from inside of America. In other words, if you live in America and your income comes from Canada, you got to pay a tax on your labor. All right. So, that's what got me started. And that's when I started screaming fake news, right? I was saying fake news in the 90s, and, you know, all my friends' parents, if that were true, it'd be on TV. So now that we have the world at our fingertips, that's not the case. We all know now TV news is a lie. It's a fraud. It's a facade. And it can be proven a million times over. They are paid lying prostitutes. That's what got me started in the, you know, freedom movement, so to speak. Where am I getting at with this? So when the internet comes around, finally we have a platform to where we can compete with the liars on TV, the prostitutes. And they've basically have folded like a cheap suit, because like Tucker Carlson, for example, was getting 3 million views on Fox, and as soon as he went to Twitter, he started getting 90 million, 100 million views. The only people who really watch Fox and all that crap anymore is old people, old Republicans and Democrats, or whatever you call them, who still believe that because they have a fancy suit and expensive cameras and overlays, they just seem credible and legitimate, and they have no reason to question them. People, you know, my age and younger know that the TV isn't telling the truth. So when I finally got into policing and what they do and the extortions they commit against you, you know, that's when auditing started going crazy. And the one day when I got that super big video was, I got lucky. I was just telling Lana, I got lucky. I was pissed off. I was broke. And the last thing I needed was some pig to pull me over and steal a week's pay from me. Man, those squeaky wipers suck. So that's kind of my journey through the freedom aspect of our movement. So last night, Tampa Police Department advertised an event. They called it an event where they block off the road for safety. They call it a safety checkpoint. Meanwhile, as soon as they set it up, every car became unsafe. They're going by them at 40 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. The cops are standing there in the road, and they're basically extorting people. There was at least $1 million worth of resources set up there so they can do what? Pretend like they're keeping the road safe. It's a lie. It's security theater. They didn't do nothing. So if you go watch my live stream, I start digging into these cops verbally, and every time he pulled someone in the checkpoint, I started yelling, Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil. And I'm asking them their names. They won't tell me, so I start shining my flashlight to see if I can see their name tags. They refuse to ID themselves. And then they got so tired of me screaming Sieg Heil and comparing them to the Nazis that they are, that the cop says, can you please stop shining the flashlight in my eyes? And I wasn't shining it in his eyes. You could clearly see on the video. I was shining it at his feet. And one of the cops, the two cops that were there, started shining his flashlight at me too, which is fine, because they said that I was obstructing a cop from his official duties. His official duties being extorting people out of their money. So he started being a passive-aggressive prick, saying, God bless you this, and may God's light shine. Dude, don't give me that God crap when you're sitting here literally trying to ruin people's lives. So he goes, please stop shining the flashlight at me. And Chuck Bronson's like, he's shining it at your feet, moron, this and that. So he gets on his radio. He calls over 3 of his thugs. They walk right up to me. Put your hands behind your back. And they arrested me, immediately cut off my live stream. And I said, "Did you turn that off?" He's like, "Yes, I did." I go, "Why'd you do that?" "Because I did." And the one guy's trying to figure out how to turn off my body cam. I said, "Don't turn it off." He's like, "Oh, I don't want the battery to die." And I said, "I don't care if the battery dies. Don't turn it off." So he turns off my body cam. To me, you're tampering with evidence at that point. So then they put the cuffs on tight. They're trying to get me in the back of this police car, which I do not fit in. Next thing you know, I'm sweating to death. My wrists are like being torqued the wrong way. He was claiming that they're on properly and they're supposed to be uncomfortable. And I started digging into him. I said, "Am I supposed to be in pain?" He goes, "No, they're supposed to be uncomfortable." I said, "It's not uncomfortable, it's painful. I'll see you in a minute here." Meanwhile, he was looking up because I had a pistol on me, and since July 1st, concealed carry in Florida without a concealed weapons license. So he's looking up that law to see if he could slap another charge on me because I left my ID in the car. And obviously they're mad because I'm calling them out for being Nazis that they are. And then I'm like sweating to death. I'm in a position I can't get in. My shoulders are burning because I got tendonitis in my shoulders. And I'm telling them all this stuff, and you know, Mr. John this and Mr. John that. Exactly, it's First Amendment retaliation. And as soon as they arrested me, eyes on the state, Chuck and Norman. Thanks, Norman, for showing up, dude. One of my subscribers was there. And things torqued. They couldn't even get the seatbelt. I couldn't even turn to face the front of the car because there is no room. Oh, well, bigger guys than you have been in there. Well, I'm sorry for them. And what else? So eyes on the day, Chuck Bronson, Norman, Hillsborough Cop Watch, Joey Surreal. Thank you so much, guys. I can't thank you enough. Solo Yacker, thank you so much. So as I'm getting arrested, eyes on the state tries to grab my camera, and the cop snatches it out of his hand and won't let him have it. He's like, "No, that's going with him." I tell him there's a gun on me. What else? They called some paramedics outside District 3. They checked on me. All my stats were high, and they're like, "Listen, we could take you to the hospital, but you're going to be in handcuffs the whole time, and it's not going to get you out of this." And so I said, "You're good, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys." So then Officer Snaggs, I believe his name is, 55-year-old, 18-year veteran. He's basically saying he don't care. I need to get that footage from the in-car and his body cam. He don't care. He's got no opinion. I said, "Why didn't you investigate?" He's like, "Because a sworn officer told me what you did, and that's it." I go, "Did you investigate?" He's like, "No, a sworn officer told me you did it, so that's it." So he says, "Well, that's what the courts are for. Your video, his video, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Oh, so I got to depend on the corrupt courts." And I'm like, and then we get in the argument about, I said, "If the court said slavery was legal again, you would enforce that?" He's like, "The court said it." I said, "Bro, are you serious right now? You don't know the difference between right and wrong?" And on and on. And he said, and I'm like, "Dude, you're only helping me out. I'm gonna make you famous." And he's like, "Oh, I'm not worried about that." I'm like, "You're gonna know me for the rest of your life, bro." And he's like, "I seriously doubt that, sir." They're always underestimating what kind of reach we have because, again, we're not on TV. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I appreciate that so much. Anything you guys give me, man, I'm gonna put toward fighting this charge. So what else? The people who donated, please contact me, JohnFilax@gmail. I don't care if you gave $1 or whatever you gave. I will personally call you and I will thank you, because the thing I was worried about the most was my wife. My wife had a bad feeling about last night. I assured her I'm not going to get arrested because I'm not going to do anything illegal. And boy, was I wrong. And as soon as they put them cuffs on me, the only thing I was thinking about was my wife. I don't want to upset her. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. She lets me be myself. She lets me do things that honestly be my own man, lets me, I shouldn't say lets me, but you know what I mean. Other women will, you ain't ever going on it again, you ain't, and it was their worst nightmare to be with somebody who has a mugshot. And when they were taking my mugshot, I smiled, and the prison guard, don't smile. I smiled anyway, because I know it's going to be public record, and I know the trolls are going to use that picture to hate on me, which is fine. Hate on me all you want. Keep talking about me. Keep talking about me. You're only going to draw more people to my channel, and they're going to realize that you're the fraud, not me. I was perfectly within my rights. I was assembled using free speech, using my flashlight, just like they do us. Again, the hypocrisy of police is disgusting. What else? Again, who showed up? I cannot thank you enough. So when they did arrest me, Eyes on the State and them started going buck wild on these cops, and they immediately, thanks so much, Canassi, every time. Oh, I'm not saying that, bro. Anyway, they went off on these cops so bad for arresting me that they immediately shut down their event, their unconstitutional, unlawful event, safety checkpoint that actually almost caused more accidents, blocked people from going in and out of their homes. I think they realize that we're fed up with their garbage, and if you get vocal and you assemble, that you can actually make a difference. So also please go watch, yeah, thank you. So please also go watch Eyes on the State live stream. Go watch Chuck Bronson's live stream. He ran the live stream the whole night. They stayed out. The cop who had me arrested, they found him pulling somebody else over, and they started going off on him again. And thank you, Paulie Glocks. Appreciate that, man. And he said he was going to arrest them for obstruction for yelling at him. And so when I'm sitting in the main area of the jail there at the Orient jail, which there's some really nice people there, let me tell you, I'm like falling asleep, and all of a sudden I hear, yeah, man, I was getting stopped, and there was all these YouTubers there. And I'm like, oh, I know who he's talking about. So that's okay, Bon Ivers, that's cool. Where was I going? It's hard when the comments are going by. Please hit the thumbs up if you're in here. Thank you, Seth, man. I love you too, bro. Where was I? Yep, the rapist mentality, exactly. I told the cop that in the back of his car. I go, you got the rapist mentality, bro. What was I saying? YouTubers, they threatened them with obstruction. Try not to read the comments. The inmate brought it up in jail, and that jail was crazy. Lackluster, bro. God bless you, bro. You're one of my top 5, 100%. So in the jail, you know, when I get nervous and stuff, like before surgery, I'll just crack jokes. That's what I do. Trying to, you know, the tension of the seriousness. So I'm doing that in the jail. I'm like, I'm not going to get raped or murdered in here or nothing, right? He's like, oh, I'm like, there's camera. And then this short-haired woman who thought she had a wiener says, oh, you like flashlights, huh? I'm like, yeah, that's what they arrested me for. I go, that's a sponsor. And she looks at the guy, she looks at me, she's like, well, that didn't work out for you, did it? And I'm like, yeah, we'll see. So then they give me this 3X orange jumpsuit. They put me in this cell, and they pull like a rolling curtain in front. I'm like, are you going to watch me? And this prison pig is like, thank you, sweet tea. And I'm like, are you going to watch me? He's like, man, the way you're acting, it's like you've been here 15 times. You've been purposely a smartass this whole time. I go, what? I go, I don't even know what he was talking about. I'm just being myself, you know? And I'm like, save your apology. Dude, these are like pigs in training. I love you, Lackluster. And From then on, I'm like, don't talk to these people. And there was some lady in there screaming, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Then they brought another person in with shackles and a spit mask. And then they had to wrestle some dude down. And then this poor guy was driving home and took a left turn that his GPS told him to take. And he was going down the wrong way in a one-way street. He gets picked up for DUI. We talked. We're in there laughing and joking, and I'm making dick jokes about the lady who's there. So, no. But he might as well have seen my sphincter. Rather be anonymous. Keep fighting the good fight if only all Americans truly knew what freedom was. And that's the point, guys. If we assemble, we get together in groups. There was only 5-6 of us, and we shut the whole DUI checkpoint down with our speech. Speech is powerful, especially if you know how to use it right. What's the point of all this? So Chuck Bronson is live all night, and he's asking people to help me, and they had a bail bondsman on the way, and Eyes on the State calls my wife, and my wife is being so unbelievably cool, man. I don't deserve her. Bottom line, I don't deserve a woman that's that good of a woman to me. And I really got lucky. If someone said you can have $1 billion if you divorce your wife, I say, take your billion and shove it up your, you know what. So she's priceless. And so are you guys, man. Without you, there is no me. I'd just be some idiot in a jumpsuit last night. So Chuck Bronson's live and asking, and as you're right, bend over. Are you friends with Lou? So the bail bondsman lady is on her way to bail me out, and you guys, and again, if you're one of the people who donated to my bail last night, I love you so much. And it doesn't matter if you donated or not. Without you, there is no me. Balloon poppers. So Chuck is asking people for bail money, and a lot of people came through, and the one guy actually donated $300, dude. That almost brought me in tears. I'm so humbled. I didn't hear any phone calls, and I'm glad, because if you guys call flooded them, who knows what could have happened on there, because they were nasty people in there. Again, I'm humbled. I almost want to cry, dude. I'm so happy that my message of freedom isn't looked at as conspiracy theory or you're a kook or whatever the case may be. It resonates, man. People want freedom back. They want a constitutional republic. They want to be free to live their life as long as they're not hurting anybody, endangering the public, trespassing, damaging property. You should be able to live your life. So obviously that message resonates. You did? You didn't call them 50 times? Who are you calling? So, oh, okay. If you guys do call, just don't curse. Just be stern, but don't curse. And make sure you don't call. So Officer Snaggs was a real piece of garbage. He don't care. He doesn't care about right or wrong. He said if the court said slavery was legal again, he would enforce it. I said, what about the pedophiles? A lot of people are talking about, they're trying to rename pedophilia into child attractiveness or something disgusting. Like the court said pedophilia was legal. The court said it. So again, in his car, he's saying, if the courts say slavery, he's going to enforce slavery. If the courts say pedophiles can make love to children, he's going to enforce that. He's a mindless robot who's been on the force for 18 years. And if you keep interrupting me, it's going to take longer. And what he was doing on his laptop was looking up the new gun law, because I didn't have my ID on me, so he could slap another charge on me. So finally, when he looked it up, for not having your ID on you for concealed carry, it's a $25 fine. And he's like, Hey, man, I use my discretion. I'm not going to give you that $25 fine. Oh, thanks, Officer Snags. And he was saying, I was telling him, like, bro, you're going to know me for the rest of you. Oh, I don't think so, buddy. I doubt that very much. I could care less, blah, blah. These people are numb. They're jaded. They act like somebody forced them to take the job, and because the things that come with the job they don't like, it's everybody else's fault. A little bit of. So that's the deal. I'm outside the house, boo, if you're watching the live stream. What else can I say? Please email me at JohnFilax@gmail.com. If you donated last night, I will literally call you personally and thank you personally. I cannot thank you enough. I'm so humbled by everything you guys have done, the support over the years, on and on and on, the YouTube garbage, the censoring, the shadow banning, the everything. And again, if we get together, whether it's through phone calls, emails, in person, we need numbers and we need some money behind this movement, and we could make a real difference. Get yourself what? Thank you, Steve A. Thank you, everybody. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I'm being repetitive. Please go watch my live stream from last night. Please watch Eyes on the State, Chuck Bronson, Hillsborough Cop Watch. And hi, Dr. Sean. Right. Again, it's numbers. They had the numbers. They had $1 million worth of resources there. They had like picnics set up, and they just couldn't stand that we were there saying Zig Heil every time they pulled somebody over for no reason. That's it, man. I'm gonna go play pool with Lana. A day with Lana, J-Town Press, if you don't know who she is. Oh, and tomorrow, Monday, tomorrow around noon, if you'd like to come and assemble with us and exercise your First Amendment right, meet us at Land O'Lakes Tax Collector's Office at noon. Again, no violence, no cursing, just recording and exercising your First Amendment right peacefully. Please meet up with us. Me, J-Town Press, Cammed Up Caveman, Constitutionally Correct. I believe Geo's coming down. I believe Rights Crispy's coming down. So if you'd like to meet us, I'd like to shake your hand in person. And I can't thank you enough. I know I keep repeating myself. And I just met Lana for the first time. She's absolutely wonderful person. She's like a female version of me. And she said one of her relatives was a strict constitutionalist. So that's why we're on the same page with everything as far as political ideals. And the bottom line is everybody is and feels the way we do when it comes down to brass tacks. They just don't see being pulled over as a violation of the Constitution. They don't see a parking ticket as a violation, stupid stuff, victimless crime, smoking a J, possessing some marijuana. They don't see that. They just see it's illegal, it's illegal, it's illegal. Illegal doesn't mean anything. Illegal is a sick bird. Illegal. And that's it, everybody. I wish I had more. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Just remember, people with no courage are the first to discourage others. Okay? Get together. Group up. Meet us tomorrow, Land O'Lakes Tax Collector's Office at noon. Hope to see you there. Thank you, everybody who donated. What else can I say? Much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's it, man. Have a good day. Bye, guys.